Every living thing, from the smallest microbe to the tallest tree, is built from cells. Cells are the basic building blocks of all life. Your body contains about 37 trillion cells. Imagine each cell as a tiny worker, all cooperating to keep you alive. Cells are so small that thousands could fit on the tip of a pin. Yet each one is a complete miniature world on its own. For centuries, cells were invisible to us. Only with the invention of microscopes could scientists unlock this hidden universe. Not all cells look the same. Nerve cells stretch long like wires to send messages, while red blood cells are tiny and round to carry oxygen. At the boundary of every cell is the plasma membrane. It's like a smart gate, deciding what enters and what leaves. The membrane is made of two layers of fat molecules, with proteins acting like doors, sensors, and guards. Scientists call it the fluid mosaic model. It's flexible like liquid but organized like a puzzle of moving parts. Inside, the cytoplasm fills the cell with a jelly-like fluid. This is where many vital reactions take place. But how do nutrients and signals cross that membrane? Let's explore the way cells manage traffic in and out. One simple way is diffusion. Molecules naturally move from crowded areas to emptier ones, like perfume spreading in a room. Water has its own method called osmosis. It flows across membranes, balancing concentration inside and outside the cell. Sometimes the cell must spend energy to move substances. This is called active transport, like paying for an uphill climb. A famous example is the sodium-potassium pump. It uses ATP energy to push sodium out and bring potassium in. Channels act like gates that open and close, while carrier proteins change shape to carry cargo across. For larger materials, cells use special methods: endocytosis to pull things in, and exocytosis to push things out. Now let's visit the command center of the cell, the nucleus, a control room wrapped in its own protective membrane. Inside lies DNA, the master code of life. In humans, it contains about 3 billion letters. DNA is tightly packed into 46 chromosomes. These packages carry all the instructions for building you. Genes are like recipes inside the DNA. Proteins, made from these recipes, are the final dishes that keep the cell alive. The first step in making proteins is transcription. Here, DNA is copied into a messenger molecule called mRNA. This mRNA strand leads the nucleus, carrying instructions like a recipe card traveling to a kitchen. In the cytoplasm, ribosomes read the mRNA and build protein chains, linking amino acids one by one. Some ribosomes float freely, while others stick to the rough endoplasmic reticulum, making proteins ready for export. Proteins fold into special shapes, then the Golgi apparatus acts like a post office, packaging and labeling them. But proteins need energy to work. That's where mitochondria step in, the powerhouses of the cell. Mitochondria take in food and oxygen, producing ATP, the energy currency that powers every process. The process starts with glycolysis in the cytoplasm, but mitochondria finish the job in their inner chambers. As a bonus, mitochondria also produce water and carbon dioxide, which you exhale with every breath. With training, cells can even build more mitochondria, giving athletes greater endurance and energy. But a cell is not just soft jelly, it has a framework called the cytoskeleton. This network of microtubules, filaments, and fibers gives shape and structure, like beams inside a building. Along these tracks, motor proteins act like delivery trucks, pulling vesicles of cargo to their destinations. Some cells even grow cilia, tiny hairs that sweep, or flagella, long tails that push the cell forward. Thanks to the cytoskeleton, cells can move, divide, and hold their shape. But cells don't live alone. They constantly send and receive messages to coordinate with others. Signals bind to receptors on the membrane, like keys fitting into locks. Hormones act as long-distance messengers, traveling through the blood to reach target cells. Inside, second messengers amplify the signal, spreading it quickly like ripples in water. Calcium waves and chemical switches turn processes on and off, ensuring the cell responds at the right time. Every cell follows a timetable called the cell cycle. It tells the cell when to grow, copy DNA, and divide. The cycle has phases: G1 for growth, S for DNA copying, G2 for checking, and M for division. At checkpoints, The cell pauses to make sure everything is correct before moving forward. During mitosis, chromosomes line up, split apart, and are pulled into two new nuclei. Finally, the cell divides its cytoplasm in cytokinesis, creating two daughter cells. Some cells are special, stem cells. They can both self-renew and turn into many other cell types. Signals tell stem cells what to become, like a blank student choosing a career. Nerve cells specialize in carrying messages, while muscle cells specialize in contraction from movement. Epithelial cells form protective sheets, and red blood cells deliver oxygen everywhere. This diversity of cell types allows complex tissues and organs to exist. Inside, cells also have cleanup crews that keep things running smoothly. Lysosomes are like recycling centers, breaking down waste and old parts. Peroxisomes handle detox, breaking down harmful chemicals and fatty acids. Antioxidant systems protect against damage from reactive oxygen, like rust prevention in machines. DNA repair enzymes patrol constantly, fixing errors and protecting genetic instructions. But if damage is too great, cells trigger apoptosis, program cell death to protect the whole body. Cells don't act alone, they join together to form tissues. There are four basic tissue types: epithelial, connective, muscle, and nervous. Between them lies the extracellular matrix, a supportive scaffold made of proteins. Cells connect with junction site, anchoring, or gap to share strength and signals. Some tissues heal quickly, like skin, while others, such as nerves, repair very slowly. Blood supply makes a big difference. Areas with strong circulation heal faster than places with poor flow. Your body is also home to trillions of microbes, forming a community called the microbiome. In the gut, bacteria help digest food, produce vitamins, and even train your immune system. Immune cells patrol like security guards, distinguishing friendly cells from dangerous invaders. Macrophages swallow intruders, while T cells and B cells work together to destroy specific threats. Viruses are clever, they trick cell receptors to sneak inside. Once inside, viruses hijack ribosomes, forcing the cell to build viral parts. Cells fight back with interferons and antiviral defenses, slowing viral spread. Vaccines give your cells practice runs, training memory cells to respond faster next time. Today, scientists can even edit DNA using tools like CRISPR. Such edits may cure genetic diseases, but they also raise serious ethical questions. In labs, scientists grow cells in dishes to study them in detail. Organoids, tiny lab-grown mini-organs, help test new drugs safely. With powerful microscopes, we can now see inside cells with stunning clarity. Cells come in many sizes, from micrometer bacteria to giant neurons stretching over a meter. But when controls fail, cells may divide endlessly. This uncontrolled growth is cancer. Normally, checkpoints and repair systems catch mistakes before they cause harm. Every heartbeat, cells are eating, talking, working, and renewing themselves to keep you alive. Tiny as they are, cells build the miracle of life together. They create you.